Push yourself a little bit today. Just a little bit. It's great to jump into something super intensely and throw yourself into something hard that you were afraid to do and get it done. And sometimes in your life you're going to have to do that. And a lot of times in your life you should just want to do that. And a lot of times you will try and halfway through you'll fall or give up or be like, whoa, that was too much, not today. But right now, every day, every hour pretty much, you can push yourself just a little bit, just a little tiny bit. And the thing about the big thing is, as I said, like half the time you fall out of it and then you're like, whoa, that was too much. And what can happen is you dive in, you get scared, you back up, and then you don't want to do it next time. So you actually reinforce not doing harder things and not pushing yourself, and that's no good. Or you just sit there thinking about how hard it will be, and you psych yourself out and talk yourself out of it, and then you go the opposite direction and do something pleasant and soft and non-accomplishing anything. And you turn the TV back on, you put on another video, you order another treat, or open the cupboard and look for another snack or something. But if you just push yourself a little bit, everybody can do that, and it doesn't really scare you. In fact, it's a little bit exciting because it's like, whoa, I was doing 97 of these, I could do 98. It's easy, just a little bit. And the crazy thing is, that little bit, here's another thing about doing the huge thing. Sorry to back up, but the huge thing, even if you accomplish it, sometimes you'll say, oh, I did this huge thing. Now I'm too tired. I can't do any of the other 10 normal things I had to do today. And it's great that you accomplished that big thing, but then you almost sabotage the rest of your normal things in the process. I'm not saying you do that, but it's a thing. I've experienced it, and maybe you have too. But little tiny bits. It's just enough incremental change that it doesn't sap your energy. In fact, it'll boost your energy up to the next level. And doing that little extra bit is exciting because you feel like you're moving forward, even if it's a little bit. And then after that, next thing you do, you can add a little bit onto that. And the next thing you do, you can add a little bit onto that. And what happens at the end of the day? You're going to sleep better, because I firmly believe this, and people will argue with me till the end of time, including people who are close to me, but anyone who has trouble sleeping, I believe 90% of it is how you lived your day. It's not what you ate. It's not how you balanced certain meds. Disclaimer, I'm not giving medical advice, but how well you sleep, I've always found, and everyone I've talked to who sleeps really well, I found the same thing. If you live hard, you got to use your brain hard and use your body hard, and then you will sleep hard. You will sleep well. You'll hit the pillow and go out. And if you're one of those people who has trouble with sleep, rather than trying yet another tactic and method, and maybe if I do this to the lighting in my room, and maybe if I get this kind of pillow. Those pillow commercials crack me up, to go off on a tangent. The bed commercials. How did society survive thousands of years without these gourmet beds? How did people sleep at night when they didn't have this? Like, they must have had the worst back problems. They must have had everything going wrong with their lives. They must have never fallen asleep because they didn't have these expensive mattresses and pillows. They worked their butts off and they passed out. I believe they had 99% less problems falling asleep. But today, live a little bit harder, and you'll be surprised. Sleep will come to you a lot easier probably. So try that right now in your task you're doing. You have 8 things, just do 9. You gotta do the dishes, do a little extra wipe up around that where you wouldn't get, reorganize a drawer, put something in the vicinity that's not like overwhelming and isn't gonna, tax you to the point where you're like, oh, now I don't want to do 2 other things I had to do. So try it. You will like it, I guarantee. And to give you a tip, this video right here, I was not going to put on. I had enough to do, and I had no emotional stamina to do any kind of video, to do any kind of anything film-wise this hour. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to turn the camera on, just do that little extra little bit. So this is my little bit to you. What are you doing that you can add just a little bit to? And that incremental change. If you do a little bit 5 or 6 times a day, whoa. I bet after a week you'll feel like a completely different person. I would almost bet on it. Have an awesome day.